Oh, so bitter. I'm here eating deeper greens because my doctor said my cholesterol is off the chart. So I'm gonna teach you how to prepare kale the right way. First things first, separating the leaves off the stem. The best way to do it is to start from the bottom, then push to the top. This will easily remove the leaves off the stem in one motion. After which, you could break apart the bigger leaves into smaller ones. The first method, which is also a cleaning method, is dry brining. Sprinkle with salt and then massage the leaves. Try to be intentional and as gentle as you can to not bruise the leaves too much and maintain its crunchiness. Then we wait for the salt to penetrate for about 5 minutes. Longer than that would be another recipe. After 5 minutes, we then rinse to remove the salt and bugs and the dirt. Make sure to dry it well so you don't get soggy leaves. Let's try it. That is so much bearable. It's still a little bitter, but that is so much better than the first time where it was not washed and salted. And it's already seasoned. It's not that salty since we rinsed it, but the crunch is still there. Up next, after cleaning your greens, get your favorite acid like lemon or vinaigrette to prepare it for... Method number 2 is adding some sort of acidity like lemon or vinegar or vinaigrette to help break down the enzymes and make it a little bit less bitter so you can eat more of your veggies. So I suggest you leave this for like 2 to 3 minutes, not that long, because if you leave it for too long it will be too soggy. This is best when your salad incorporates some vinegar or some acid in your dressing. Time to wait. Now that it has been 2 minutes, let's try it. So much less bitter. Of course, it tastes more like lemon because I put lemon in it, but the acidity hides the bitterness of the kale, so it's less pronounced. Eat your greens, guys. Now the last method is blanching it. So you're going to make the leaf tender and it will make it less bitter just by breaking down the cells. 30 seconds, 1 minute. A pro tip is to salt your water to season the greens while blanching. Here you go, blanched greens. So let's try it. So much softer, less crunchy than the others, but totally no bitter taste. This tastes more like kailan to me, or like water spinach. This is really good, and probably the sweetest method you could do. You can really try and apply this to any type of deep greens like spinach, obviously kale, even harder greens like broccoli, asparagus, and those dark Brussels sprouts that you'd never like eating. But if I were to choose one thing, it really depends on what dish I'm going to make. So if I were to cook it with chickpeas and have a little bit more, let's say tzatziki with chickpeas and kale, I would use the rinse method. If I were to have a little bit more lighter salad, I would use this because this already has the vinegar in it, or the acidity like the lemon or vinaigrette, and it's already seasoned that way. So you just add some olive oil and some salt and it's perfect. But if I were to eat just kale by itself, I would use the blanching method, because the blanching method would totally remove the bitterness, and it's so much more easier to eat in large amount of volumes. It's soft, easy to eat, and much more enjoyable experience if you were to eat it alone. There are so much more food videos coming out. I love this thing and I love sharing my knowledge and talk about all things food. So if you do love this content, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to eat your greens. This is so good. I always like veggies. I've never hated veggies. Growing up, I used to eat sinigang. I'm Filipino in ethnicity, by the way, but before I would just disregard the pork, which is insane to me now that I'm thinking back, because the pork is the best thing in the sinigang. But for me, the best thing in sinigang when I was growing up was the kangkong, and that was deep green. And I just love the bitter, crunchy texture of kangkong with the sinigang soup and rice. That shit is the best. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. See you next time.